Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me for the 11th session of Positive News. We're going to start off very soon. We're going to wait for 2 to 3 minutes so that more people join in, and then I'll quickly start off with the session. I have 8 amazing news articles for you to tell you about today, and they are really motivational, so make sure to stick around till the end. And if any of you would want to ask me anything or want me to talk about anything, please feel free to put it down in the comment section. There's a question section right next to the comment box where you can put it down and I can talk about it. I can easily see it and talk about it. Also, guys, whoever was watching this, yesterday we released a video on the BJP, on the origins and the rise of BJP. So if you haven't seen that, please make sure that you go watch that as well after this live is over. We try to post videos every single week, and we are experimenting with different type of content as well. So if you do have any suggestions for us, please make sure that you check out those videos and you put it down in the comment section as to how we can improve those for you. Or if you have any topic suggestions as well, please feel free to DM us and we'll definitely look into it. Alright, so to quickly start off with today's edition of Positive News, this is the 11th edition. So this is the 11th week of me doing Positive News, which is which is just surreal for me to hear. So I have 7 to 8 amazing articles for you today, which are really going to motivate you. So make sure to stick around till the end. So first news for the day. So this first one comes from Arunachal Pradesh. All right. So I'm not sure if you heard about this. So basically, in Arunachal Pradesh, there are a lot of districts which are basically they are heavily forested areas. Basically, it's the way to reach those places is very difficult. All right. So what the main issue right now with those districts is that the reach of vaccinations is getting very difficult because of lack of accessibility, or lack of just being able to reach that particular area, right? So to kickstart or to expedite the process of vaccination in those districts, the Arunachal Pradesh government basically released this vaccination challenge. All right. So what under that vaccination challenge, basically health workers have been given targets based on the population of a particular district. They have been given targets to basically fulfill every single day. All right. So if the targets are fulfilled, these health workers get a cash prize. So using these cash prize, they can basically use these cash prizes to develop infrastructure of their facility, or meet any requirements that they have for their particular facility. So in a very amusing manner, they have used boats, pickup trucks, even the JCB exhibitors. So basically, they have used these particular means to sort of reach those places and vaccinate people, which is just so creative to hear. Just the Jugadu mentality that we have really comes into play in all of these situations. So second article for you today. So in this, I'm going to be talking about a person known as the Green Man. All right. So this Green Man, his name is Sudhir, and he is from Odisha. So what he's done is, over the last 14 years, he's used 32 lakhs of his savings to plant over 3 lakh saplings. All right. So he's done this in the barren hills of Ganjam. I'm not sure if you guys know of that area. It's in Odisha itself. So what he's done is he's used all of his savings over the last 14 years to plant 3 lakh saplings. all right. And now what he's doing, he's gone on a padyatra. What padyatra is basically go hiking to different places to basically promote the idea of planting trees and having clean air and water. And he's just going around the place. He's doing a padyatra across the state and across various districts to highlight the importance of maintaining an environmental balance. There are a lot more. This is just one example that I'm giving you, but there are a lot more people that are taking up such acts. All right, so it's not just individuals, but even NGOs that are dedicatedly doing all of this work, which is just great to hear, because environment is not just for you or me, it's for everyone. For everyone it's the same, right? So if someone actually is taking an initiative or taking time out of their lives to take up such an initiative, it's always good for us to support them in any way we can, whether it's by supporting NGOs that are doing this sort of activity or helping out the individuals that are carrying forward these activities. So make sure that you also be a part of this. Third news for the day, and this got pretty viral. I'm not sure if you've seen this also. So a woman by the name of Manti Kumari, she basically is a nurse, all right, and what her job is basically to go to remote areas, all right. So she covers around 8 villages. I'm not sure which state this is, but she covers around 8 villages to vaccinate children, all right. So Manti Kumari has been traveling 35 kilometers to through the dense forests, and she apparently has to cross at least 3 rivers throughout the way to be able to reach these areas, all right. And she does all of this while carrying her 1.5-year-old daughter on her back. And this was a photo that went viral, wherein she was seen crossing the river with her 1.5-year-old daughter on her back. And apparently she's had to do this. She has no other choice but to do this, because her husband, to support her child and her husband, because her husband basically lost his job last year due to the lockdown. So she is now the one who's supporting and feeding the family, and she has no other option but to do this, right? So these are situations which proves that if you have the mentality and if you really need to do something, you will end up doing it no matter what. And this is just the true essence of how strong women can be. Then I have fourth news, and this is of a huge national relevance. So with regards to the Tokyo Olympic Games that is going on. So Sajan Prakash, who is a swimmer who is representing India in the Tokyo Olympic Games, he basically is the first Indian swimmer to achieve a qualifying standard, the A as in the grade. So A qualifying standard for swimming in one of the 200 meters butterfly events. And this is the first time ever any Indian swimmer has achieved an A qualifying standard on an international level, which is just this. So this is just a beginning of a new era for India, wherein different sports, people part of different sports in India are making name for themselves and representing India in a big manner. And we really need to see more representation. Considering India's population, there has to be so much more talent, right? But maybe none of them come out or shine out. So hopefully those really come out and we start achieving more and more on an international level. Now, for the fifth news for you. So this comes from a more environmental perspective. So a conservation project in Odisha. All right. So what this has done is, there is this particular alligator called the gharials. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I think it's called gharials. So basically they're a type of crocodile. All right. So these crocodiles have like a long mouth, and they are known as fish eating crocodiles. And they have been pretty rare for the last 45 years. So they are classified as critically endangered and genetically weak species. All right. So because of the being genetically weak, they haven't been really able to survive. But due to some conservation project in Odisha, this particular alligator, there was a huge area of nesting which was found of this gharials, which is a very good sign to show that how these conservation projects actually come to work and how it helps the environment. And of course, these species play an important role in the environment, right? Because that's the main debate that happens now, which is about how important other species are, and we as humans who have the power to do these things should actually be helping out these species that exist with us on Earth. For the 6th news article for the day, and this is a really motivational one. So Usha Lothaya, a 67-year-old woman, gained her PhD in the subject of Jainism at the age of 67 years. So she's always, basically her story is that she's always had the dream of wanting to be a doctor, wanting to have her name prefixed with a doctor. And as a kid, she always wanted to become a medical professional so that she gets that doctor prefix. But then she had to let go of that dream because she got married at the age of 20. But now, at the age of 67, even though it's not a medical professional, she's still been able to fulfill her dream of getting that doctor prefix before her name, which is just so inspirational to hear. So age is just a number. You can do whatever you want at whatever age you want. This is just one of those stories that proves that saying. And for the last news for the day, and this again is the most motivational one that I have for you. So a 15-year-old boy from Delhi, his name is Ishan Kapoor. He's been awarded a prestigious award called the Diana Award for going above and beyond in his daily life to create and sustain a positive change. Now with this positive change is basically he basically works with this ashram called the Sri Ramakrishna Ashram in New Delhi. And what he's done is that he's been able to help local schools access uniforms for marginalized girls. Alright, so he's been able to help this ashram fulfill this requirement for local schools, which sort of need that facility. And not just that, he's also been able to run a campaign and a fundraiser campaign, and he's been able to raise over 5,000 euros to be able to arrange laptops and tablets for these marginalized students. So he's apparently been able to get over 100 laptops and tablets for teachers and students to make sure that they are able to access, they are able to get education throughout this time. And he's also been not just been able to provide this, but he's also been able to connect them for, get them online connections as well, so that they can sort of access all of these educational materials on their laptops and tablets. This is one of the biggest issues that has been that has been a lot of concern in India, which is of the marginalized students not being able to get education because of it shifting online. Not everyone has the facility to get laptops or tablets or even internet connection, right? So if you do know anyone, this was a huge campaign that was running where people were donating their laptops and phones. So even now I'm sure there is a lot of requirement for that as well. So if you are someone who has an extra laptop, who has an extra mobile phone, please make sure that you give it to someone who actually needs it. Maybe someone who comes to work to your house, their kid might need it, or anyone. Like, there are a lot of NGOs also which work towards collecting tablets, phones, tablets, phones and laptops, as well as connecting funds to sort of provide these children with network connection, with internet connections, as well as these devices. So if you are someone who wants to really help, please make sure that you check out some of these NGOs and try to help in any way possible. Right now we are sort of getting out of the second wave, but then the economic impact that it has had is very, very bad right now, and it's going to be really difficult for a lot of people to get out of this. So make sure that you are trying to help in any way manner, whether it's by kindness or whether it's in monetary value. So yes, with this I come to the end of this positive news session. For anyone that's missed the session, we are also live streaming it on YouTube, so you can check it out on our YouTube channel as well. It's the link in our bio, as well as this will also be in our IGTV, which you can watch. So thank you so much for joining me for this session. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. This happens every week on Monday, so make sure you join us next week as well. And tomorrow we have a very special live session which we'll be announcing tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that as well. Thank you so much.